Good morning, students. I welcome you all on behalf of Sri Narayana Guru High School. Today we will continue with lesson number 12, study of sound. Today we will study what is reverberation, sonography, sonar and human ear. Reverberation. Sound waves gets reflected back from the walls and room multiple times. This causes a single sound to be heard not once but continuously. This is called reverberation. The time between the reflections of sound wave reaching us becomes smaller and the reflected sounds get mixed up and produces a continuous sound of increased loudness, which cannot be deciphered clearly. That is the reason why some auditoriums or some particular seats in an auditorium have inferior sound reception. Now let us study what is sonar. Sonar means it is a short form for sound navigation and ranging. It is used to determine the direction, distance and speed of an underwater object with the help of ultrasonic waves. Sonar has a transmitter and a receiver. Now, which are fitted on ships or boats. The transmitter produces sound and transmits these ultrasonic sound waves. These waves travel through water, strike underwater objects and get reflected by them. These reflected waves are received by the receiver on the ship. The receiver converts the ultrasonic sound into electrical signals and these signals are properly interpreted. So, the time difference between the transmission and the reception is noted. This time and velocity of sound in water give the distance from the ship of the object which reflects the waves. Sonar is used to determine the depth of the sea. Sonar is also used to search underwater hills, valleys, submarines, icebergs, sunken ship, etc. Now, let us study what is sonography. Sonography technology uses ultrasonic sound waves to generate images of internal organs of human body. Now if you see in the picture, now this sonography technology is used to find the images of internal organs of human body. This is useful in finding out the cause of swelling, infection, pain, etc. The condition of the heart, the state of the heart after heart attack as well as the growth of the fetus inside the womb of a pregnant woman are studied using this technique. This technique makes use of a probe and a gel. A gel is used to make proper contact between the skin and the probe so that the full capacity of the ultrasound can be utilized. The gel is applied to the skin outside the internal organ to be studied. High frequency ultrasound is transmitted inside the body with the help of the probe. The sound reflected from the internal organ is again collected by the probe and fed to a computer, which generates the images of the internal organ. Now, as this method is painless, it is increasingly used in medical practices for correct diagnosis. Now, these high frequencies of ultrasound gives us a clear image of the internal organ. Now, let us study about the human ear. The ear is an important organ of the human body. When sound waves fall on the eardrum, it vibrates, and these vibrations are converted into electrical signals which travel to the brain through nerves. The ear is divided into three parts: outer ear, middle ear, and inner ear. Now let us study about outer ear, which is also known as pinna. The outer ear collects the sound waves and passes them through a tube to a cavity in the middle ear. Its peculiar funnel-like shape helps us to collect and pass sounds to the middle ear. Now, in the middle ear, there is a thin membrane in the cavity of which is called as eardrum. When a compression in the sound waves reaches the eardrum, the pressure outside increases and it gets pushed inwards. The opposite happens when the rarefaction reaches there. The pressure outside decreases and the membrane gets pulled outwards. That sound waves causes vibrations to the membrane. Now let us study about the inner ear. The auditory nerve connects to the inner ear to the brain. The inner ear has a structure resembling the shell of a snail. You can see this in the diagram, which is known as cochlea. The cochlea receives the vibration coming from the membrane and converts them into electrical signals, which are sent to the brain through nerves. And this brain then analyzes the signals. This is how the human ear works, and we hear the different sounds. You should always remember, the ear is an important sensory organ. Sticks or pointed objects should never be inserted into the ear for cleaning it. Also, one should not hear very loud music using earphones. It may cause a grave injury to the eardrum.